Do you guys want to see Sora from Kingdom Hearts play a furry? I got that good shit. The Country Bears came out, funnily enough, the exact same year as Kingdom Hearts, just a few months after in July of 2002. And even though it was a commercial flop with an $18 million box office on a $35 million budget, after having seen this movie for the first time since I was 6 or 7, I gotta say, this movie's severely underrated. It's terrible in many ways, but like, lovable ways. If you don't know who the Country Bears are, go ahead and click off the video, take a trip to Disney World, and then come back. But if you can't afford that shit right now like me, I'll be happy to give you a brief rundown. Country Bear Jamboree is an animatronic stage show released in 1971 at various Disney theme parks and is about, well, the Country Bears. They perform a stage show for the audience with their various instruments and songs in an amusing fashion. This happened to also be one of the last few attractions that Walt Disney himself helped bring to life before his death, wanting it originally to be for a ski resort. I'll put the link to the show in the description for anyone who wants to check it out after the review. The film version, however, dives a little deeper into the lore. It takes place after the success of the band as a world-famous stage show, them breaking up and a young fan's attempt at getting them back together in order to raise enough money to save their hall from being destroyed by a greedy bank owner. Sound familiar? It should, because my buddy Taylor pointed out to me it has the exact same plot as The Muppets from 2011. Don't believe us? Click the rewind button a couple of times and tell me they didn't straight up pluck the plot from this movie specifically. Anyway, the movie follows a young cub named Barry Barrington, real fucking original, played by Haley Joel Osment, which threw me for a fucking loop. Hearing my favorite video game character's voice come out of a fucking animatronic bear is super weird. Felt like a fever dream. Actually, this whole movie has a lot of pretty big names in it, both as leads and cameos. You got Christopher Walken, Elton John, Willie Nelson, Queen Latifah, Brad Garrett, and the voice of Yakko fucking Warner. Just to name a handful. Hell, even the kid from Iron Giant plays Barry's brother. Christopher Walken's performance in this is baffling, but at certain points, it's also mesmerizing. At the start, he's like a semi-sane evil man. Next, he's a lunatic with a destruction fetish. To a full-out cartoon villain at the end. In fact, a lot of the performances in this movie are pretty fun to watch. But while we're on the subject of performances, the most unnecessary dance numbers happen in this movie, and it really takes you out of it. I get with the time frame that this came out, the fact that it's about musical animals, and the celebrities then were important, but neither Crystal or Jennifer Page's performance feels needed. Just feels like 7 to 8 minutes I could have learned something new about the Bears themselves. It really throws off the whole pacing for me. If you wanted music, they should have just done more stuff like Zeb's fiddle contest scene. That was fun. And while a lot of these jokes may not always land well and feel a little corny, there are genuine funny moments in this movie.
I'm chubby, but I'm quick.
All in all, the Country Bears movie may not have been received by audiences well, but I think it still holds some charm. It's got some catchy music, lovable characters, and a great story for everyone to enjoy. Final score, 6 out of 10. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed this review of The Country Bears. This was requested by my buddy Taylor Torres, whose animations you can check out in the description below. I'll be covering the rest of the Disney Parks cinematic universe in between all these other films, so be on the lookout for those. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you in the streets.